Live. Hello, welcome to Wise Guys Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. Today we are going to be joined by our guest, Piper, today. And we are going to go over Peregrine live. Oh, oops. Uh-oh. Hello, welcome to Wise That's the YouTube window I always have open to make sure that if YouTube's algorithm bots false flag me, then it's my way of keeping track of that. Hey, Froggo, welcome. How's it going? Hello there. Piper will be here momentarily. I also invited another member just in case he was free. Scott McCullough, writer of Peregrine. I am definitely loving this project. Let me see. Also, you know what? Let's just do a retweet of this guy. Boink. Hey, Fate Salvation. Welcome. As I was saying, Piper will be here momentarily. I also sent a link to Scott McCullough, writer of Peregrine, in case he was free. It's an open invite to anyone from graded 0.5. No, I'm going to need this light after all. It's like dusk over here. Overcast weather. Welcome. All right, so interestingly enough, I guess I should just turn that off. I normally work with the second monitor, but my second monitor is on the fritz right now. I'm wondering if I'm getting power, but I'm wondering if the HDMI cable is acting up. So, but I haven't gotten around to. Excuse me. Sorry. I haven't gotten around to doing the crud. Trying to swap out the HDMI cable to see if that does the trick. But I did find a way to use StreamYards to share an application window. Normally I have it sharing an entire monitor, but here I'm going to be sharing an application window that has Peregrine up on Indiegogo. So let's go ahead and watch the intro video. Anytime there's an intro video, I like
what happened to our heroes?
I used to think my father simply decided that the world needed Silver Falcon more than I needed my dad.
Can anyone step up?
Your heroes are dead.
Can the world endure?
They're gone.
Without the icon? Is there anyone left who can take up his mantle?
How did I only realize now how wrong I was?
48 full-color pages of superhero action.
And what path should I choose going forward?
A return to the kind of comics that we know and love.
I'm ready.
Featuring illustrations by Douglas Franchi, who has worked on X-Men Blue and Halo Escalation. Interior colors by Farah Nurmalieva of Door Kickers, Super Heron, and College of the Dead 2. Now available on Indiegogo.
Reconstruction begins.
What happened to our...
I just noticed something. When I switch over to this, when I do a screen, when I'm playing that video and I switch applications, because I'm doing it on the same computer, the same monitor, I think what's going on is, you guys probably saw the screen go black, didn't you? The screen I was sharing went black momentarily. And that means I'm not going to be able to just easily jump back and forth between the two windows. Instead, if I switch to the other other screen, then I'm going to have to stay on that screen until, discussion on that is over, and then come back to the chat and everything. That's kind of goofy. All right. I'm so used to being able to have my StreamYards on one screen and the browser with my Indiegogo shared. Oh, you see how I have like what? Maybe 5, maybe 10, 15, 20, almost 25 tabs open for different Indiegogo projects that I'm keeping track of, or just trying to follow. I'm kind of in one of the stages where I'm trying to decide whether to back certain ones or back again other campaigns. Because as campaigns move forward, then they add all these cool new perks, depending on whether they reach stretch goals. Let's take a look at, while we wait for, everybody feel free to join in chat. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please back Peregrine. Where are we now here? We are at 38,395. Let me make sure this is current. Yeah. 38,395. Sometimes I have a tendency of working off old data. All right. So I just took a snapshot just to have as reference. Okay. So it's 48-page, perfect bound book. Well, actually, it features 48 plus perfect bound pages of full color, action, emotion, and more. Got this main cover, which is pretty sweet. It's got all the main protagonists. I can't remember if she is like a buddy or possibly even a villain. But you got some main characters. You got the manga version of the cover, which is pretty cool. With the huge eyes and everything. Giant hair. This I'm really loving. If you haven't picked up the this cover on the book, you definitely should get it. This is pretty sweet. And in case you didn't know, there's also the original painting is actually on sale, which is really sweet. Check this out. First off, it looks like a keyhole, a giant keyhole, right? So she's like walking through the keyhole, I guess. Unless it's like a portal. And then you've got two halves of a face. Almost like a Joker style face. Good detail there. And check out that boob window. You know, I think the boob window is specifically designed to, yep, check it out. It mirrors. So it's the shape of a bird, a peregrine, and then the shape is mirrored in the belt buckle, in the belt buckle. That's pretty sweet. So it's like negative space, positive space. Jump back real quick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I figured it probably would be cool to have you, especially if we don't have a full house of graded 0.5 peoples. Let me see something here. Quack quack. Quack quack. All right. Sent you a link, Fago. Hey, for the hell of it, until she comes on. Fade, I've also sent you a link. Yeah, she's got, Piper's got some stuff going on at the house. So she's dealing with that first. I won't go into any detail. If she wants to later, she can. But I shared the link with Frago and Fade. So if you feel like jumping in, by all means, let's do it. So I'm checking out the campaign page again. We've got our superheroes, statues, I think are being erected because you've got all that scaffolding on the other two heroes. This one obviously is completed. I like this attention to detail where they've got the floodlights to illuminate the statues at night. Looks like they dedicated this to the passing of a key character. Hey, Viper! Can you hear me?
Hey there, sorry.
Oh, all right, sweet. Hey, welcome, Seth Englehart. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get anyone else from graded 0.5 on, but I sent a link to Scott McCullough just in case. And
I sent it to the other graded peeps.
all right, I'm gonna increase the volume here. Would you say something?
Yo,
All right, there we go. Cool.
is this picking up my fan?
Not that I can tell.
Okay.
Can you hear my AC?
Nope.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. I for the heck of it, I just also shared the link with Frago and Fade Salvation since they joined me on several of my streams.
Awesome. They cool peoples.
Yeah, the good peoples. Good eggs.
I was hoping that I was going to actually be appearing with hair.
Oh, gotcha.
And not all, but freaking, like, everybody and their uncle needed to be in my bathroom of all bathrooms for like huge chunks of time. And I was like, man, I gotta go. I gotta get on the stream. Damn. So I didn't finish doing my stuff.
All right, no problem. You have a whole nuclear family over there?
No, that's the thing. I just adopt people, I guess. People and animals. I just adopt them. That is why I am Mama Wolf, because I just adopt everybody.
Oh, so you're one of those crazy people ladies.
Crazy people ladies. Granted, I prefer adopting the animals. They're often less stinky.
And oh yeah, and they don't talk back.
Well, Lobo does, but yeah, the cats definitely do.
Oh yeah, you know I don't know if you've had experience with Siberian Huskies. They can be quite talkative.
Oh yeah.
I so love them though; they're adorable.
They're so cute, but yes, they're like big babies. They throw tantrums. They talk back. They will tell you how they really feel.
They're like,
yep.
You might have seen in my chat with you that my DM that one of my monitors is on the brink, on the fritz. So until I get that troubleshot, I'm working from a single monitor. But I have learned I can share application windows. The only possible drawback I've seen so far is that I can't jump back and forth between my two. Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. Between my StreamYards and my shared screen, otherwise the picture goes black.
Uh-oh.
Welcome, Froggo. How's it going?
I'm trying to find the cats. They're missing in action.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why my picture is Mike S. Miller as a Chinese baby. It was like the default one, I guess. I don't know why.
Hey. Alrighty then.
It works.
Oh, Piper, real quick, did the super chat money actually come through already enough for you to get a wig?
No, we're working on the on that one.
All right.
So I picked which one from the list that I want it to go to, like my favorite one that I put on that list.
Okay.
But somebody did send me one of the other ones from my list.
Really?
And yeah, and it's really cool. It's not as realistic looking. I guess you can't really style it very many ways, and the only way to attach it to your head is these little combs. So right now with this little hair, it actually feels kind of awkward.
Oh.
But the hair itself is real human hair, and that feels amazing.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is still like I loved just ripped it out of the box. It was just playing with the hair, like plopped it on my head all wrong, and everything was just like, oh, hair, because it's like it's softer than my real hair.
Really?
So it's real human hair, but it's definitely a different hair type. Like mine's usually naturally super ringlet curly, although sometimes it's grown out just super wavy. But it's kind of coarse naturally without putting any crap in it or frying it with heat or whatever. It's just naturally a little more coarse than this hair on this wig. So it's so cool to like feel it. And in the back of my head, I'm going, man, this was like somebody else's hair that you're wearing, and like I think weird stuff like,
where has it been?
Yeah, like, well, I mean, we know it's all good, and at the same time, I'm like, well, because the back of my head went, man, this is almost as creepy as like, putting animal fur on and then going, ooh, look, I'm wearing it now, like it's my fur now, like. And I'm like, well, no, because at least in this case, we know the person didn't get killed for their hair. So hopefully. Look, it's a baby.
I captured one. It's not too happy about it. Oh, no.
I was going to say, that's a little bit, I think, a tiny bit, maybe like a week older than the ones that are running around my house, but they were 5
mad.
running around my apartment. And since they started running around, I have never seen all 5 of them in the same place.
Oh my
Yeah, there's a few of them out here. They've been moving. The different moms are taking care of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Move it around. There's at least 3 moms that have been feeding them. But I found him stuck in the weeds the other day. He was like hanging upside down. His like legs were wedged in the sticks, and he was crying. So I got him out of there, and then there was no other. I was like, I don't know where this cat came from, but I was able to put it with the other crazy kittens around here. I don't know where they're at right now, but they kind of helped take care of it.
Real quick, I'm gonna go to chat. Drunk Ed is here. Hey y'all, I hope everyone is doing good. Welcome, Drunk. Hail. Statistical Zero is here. Welcome. Hey panel. Hey chat. Can't stay long. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. Have a great show.
Oh.
Thanks so very much. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Hail chat. I think, yeah. All right. There he is.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this from my phone. Like, if you push the wrong button, it just kicks you every time. And I'm like climbing over debris.
Trying to do that.
Trying to capture one of these other cats, but
they don't want to be
I don't know where they're at. They're sleeping.
Catch mine, or at least one of mine sometime and show everybody. They are funny, but like they're hiding in the furniture and shit, so they're just everywhere. Like it feels like there's 100 kittens. There's only 5, but it feels like everywhere a little kitten. Yeah,
a wild street cat in its natural habitat. It's one of the ones I was helping take care of the kittens. None of them really like people, though. There's only one of them that do. Like, they all just act like this. Yeah.
Standoffish.
But I was hoping I'd get some more of the other ones. But me and Tadpole will probably come on a stream one of these days, or do one with all the kittens, all her kittens, she calls them. There's Lily and Rose, and I can't remember the other one. I don't know. They're pretty cool.
Sweet. So we showed the intro video to Peregrine, Wings of the Falcon.
It's so awesome.
Freaking sweet. I'm real excited about this book. And the fact that you guys came together in a group, a bunch of streamers called Graded 0.5, and then you all just up and decided, hey, we want to create a book. We want to bring back the real superheroes that we grew up on.
Yeah, we want to bring that fun and magic back. Graded 0.5 has like such extended lore about how we got to being the Graded 0.5 that we are right now, and when each of us came in and stuff. But the coolest part is we were mostly just brought together by our shared interest in particular fandoms, especially comics, but other fandoms too. So we were pulled together, just by that. So there was no, oh, you're a creative, you can do this and you can do that. Yeah, let's make a group. No, it was just, you like comic books a lot. Let's come talk about them. Oh, you like anime too? Sweet. We'll talk about that sometimes, and sometimes Star Wars and other nerd stuff, sci-fi, fantasy. It's great stuff.
Oh, yeah?
We play games together sometimes. Xavier's been desperately trying to organize us, which is, as I've learned, really hard. Organize us for like some online but tabletop RPG style game. And poor guy, I made my character forever ago, and he's been trying so hard to get the game started. But yeah, and it was just after so, spending so much time together as, very different personalities that just happen to work. But spending so much time together, talking about what we liked about these fandoms and what we don't like about these fandoms, and, doing some shows that were kind of like, what would you do if, you were writing this and that? And then, especially with, ComicsGate turning a bit from trying to talk to the mainstream, send a message to the mainstream to, the big shift to fine, we'll make our own comics. Screw you guys, we'll go make our own. And talking to so many creators, experienced ones, first timers, this and that, on the show, it just kind of eventually clicked. Well, those all those times that we've said this is how we would do this superhero or that story arc and this and that. Why are we not giving it a shot? Try it, but with our own characters.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did you guys come up with the story and everything? I mean, did you all combine to create the story? I mean, did you all throw in ideas like, hey, I want it to be about a female protagonist, and then another person came in and said, I want her background to be this, and then a third person came in and said, I want her superpower set to be this?
It wasn't that cut and dry. It started with, now I wasn't there for the very, very beginning. I mean, technically I was, but I went to bed and then they started this that night that they were like, Reconstruction would be a cool name for, a new superhero universe or whatever, kind of like Marvel universe, but Reconstruction and stuff like that. And that would be a cool name for it and this and that. And I was like, yeah, it would. All right, good night, guys. I took my medicine. I'm about to pass out. And so they did a lot of this without me knowing, but it was easy to catch up. So I came in pretty shortly after they'd started. And what had happened there was they had decided, yes, we want to make the Reconstruction universe. Yes, it's going to be an alternate version of Earth. So referencing real places, real things, some real-time, events that really happened, but an alternate history because it's, a different dimension, different universe. And they decided that Xavier in particular loves designing the world and basically the foundation information in which everybody would be playing in, with their characters. So, yeah, he wrote tons and tons and tons of lore. When I came in, Peregrine, or Jessica, was already established as she was going to be the lead character. So some stuff was established. Her and her dad were. The main characters in this story were pretty much established for the most part. But not all of them. And they were just working on costume design. But basically at that point what they had was a chat of them all chatting together. OptiPops is here. I don't know how he's been here, but yeah, see, he can help too because he can tell some of the stuff that happened before I got in there. But basically, I know that when I came in, I had it was a document that was wall of text of it was all the lore. Kind of in no particular order at that point. And I was like, okay, so we've got, this is what we're working with and within. And then you've got, these are the characters that you're playing with. And that's already about to be put into script form at that point. And then it was kind of like, that was it.
You ever heard the analogy of 100 monkeys can write the greatest novel of all time? Well, imagine 3 monkeys, and it won't that great. That's how things were going at that time. We had a good idea of what we wanted, and stuff like that. But it took a woman to kind of get us straightened out, to make sure
it was kind of like go to a kid's room. All the Legos for the set are there.
And we had a portion of it put together, and then we added we had the Death Star halfway put together, and then we just threw the Millennium Falcon on it for some reason. That's what happened.
Yeah, and then all the rest of the pieces are scattered around it. So they were all there. And it just took organizing it, and it probably helped. It probably helped it being coming in a little later, because then there's the outside view of, well, this is a person that doesn't know what's going on, so I can tell you what doesn't make sense from an outside view. Because I know from experience, when you are like, down into this, and especially if it's just, brain to typing, straight, everything's going to make sense to you as you type it, because you know what you mean. Or, in your head, you know what you're trying to convey. Sure. And so having somebody come in later and go, okay, well, just remember, I don't know what the hell is going on. If I don't know what the hell is going on, who else outside of you guys is going to know what's going on? But
speaking of not knowing what's going on, y'all want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay, share my screen.
Oh,
never mind. The
I didn't realize that was Joe Froggo. What is up, brother? What are you doing?
We're about to find out.
Well, that looks like that truck's been murdered.
Oh.
Damn it, Froggo. I knew there was a reason why you kept on showing that nice scenery.
Poke it with a stick. Poke it with a stick.
I agree. Poke it with a stick. The eyes have it.
What kind of
I was gonna say poke it with a fishing pole.
What kind of train did I end up on? For good gracious! Like, I thought this was. I thought this was professionalism, and people were getting murdered, and
just a circle of life.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
Quick question, Froggo. Did you kill him with a fishing pole?
Probably. There's a few characters. Space Dandy. If you ever watched Space Dandy, there's a fishing pole weapon there, or also, oh my God, brain fart. The anime that everyone's watched, Hunter x Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the one I had.
That wouldn't be the first one. I did give him a cigarette, but then he died again.
Oh, I can tell you that in my hands, any fishing pole is automatically a weapon, and everybody should move.
My ex-girlfriend hit me with the sinker and hooked me so many times. It was a skill.
Take that.
It was like a homing missile. I was like, all right, cast it that way. I'm standing 30 feet behind her, and then the next thing I know, I get hit in the forehead with a sinker.
Boosh.
You have to wear riot gear to go fishing with her.
After a certain point, it becomes intentional.
That's what I was saying. I was like, what did I do?
I've gotten a lot better,
to deserve this?
I tend to only hook myself now, so I'm doing better.
Yeah, we've been catching some good fish, as you see that muskie.
Yeah, I'm getting so jealous. Yesterday, it was so nice. It was, it was still hot, but it wasn't too hot. And so I was hitting up my friends, and I was like, let's go fishing. And they were like, all right, I'll get back to you. And then they didn't, and I was like, well, now I'm like, doing other shit. So today, not too long ago, I get a phone call. Hey, guess what? We're going fishing. Get ready. And I'm like, I'm doing streams. I'm like, this really, like, you guys suck. You need to tell me ahead of time, like I tried to tell y'all. So.
Yeah, I'm a big nerd, but I'm a big normie nerd. A lot of people get surprised when they find out like I'm into anime and shit, because I'm always fishing and out and about and adventuring. But I'm also a huge nerd.
See, I love that. So, our friend Boomhauer, that's the main one we like going fishing with. We call him Boomhauer because he kind of looks like Boomhauer a little bit, but he sounds like Boomhauer. And he is like, you would think 100% redneck through and through for everything about him. But we play Magic together. He's into like all the same shit like that I am. So we always think it's a blast because if we're out hanging with him, doing outdoor stuff, we're hiking, we're fishing, whatever goofy shit we're doing, I'm the one that usually looks the most out of place, even though I've always liked that stuff. But then when he comes and it's like a group of us like gaming or something, he's the one that looks the most out of place. So it's funny. Well,
I've been there. I went to some parties up. I got a friend. It's going to sound it's not racist, but I got a friend who's super white, and he's a Hollister type guy, and he's got a lot of rich friends. And he brought me up to he brought me up to like the Grays Lake, Chicago area to party, and I shit you not, they were treating me like I was a goddamn unicorn. Felt like this glorious, beautiful goddess, and they were all surrounding me. They were like, and like I had a few chicks I was talking to at the same time, and two of them were arguing, and like I could tell like it's like the first time they ever seen a brown dude, or like I don't know. It was weird. Like I was like, "What's up, guys?" And they're like, "Wow, like you talk different," and I don't know. It was weird. Like I felt that what you're talking about, like how you felt out of place, but it kind of worked out.
What makes it even better is his wife's really cool too, and his wife is Irish. Like I don't know. She's told me the story how she ended up in this place of all places. But she is Irish. So we've got Boomhauer with Boomhauer accent, her with her very strong, Irish accent. And I'm just like, just listening to y'all talking to each other is a fucking blast.
Yeah, my friends started calling me Boomhauer for a little while. Because I stutter sometimes, but I got it under control. But sometimes if I'm like overexcited or overly angry or like hyped, like I start the stuttering. And so like I had that sort of like Boomhauer type thing that comes out sometimes.
Oh, shit.
And I always used to say, I'll tell you what, like as a joke, because my families are all rednecks, so I'd say it as a joke all the time. And over time, I accidentally would say it in normal conversation. You're like, man, I caught this catfish. I'll tell you what. And then John would make fun of me. I'm like, I didn't even mean to say it that time.
Seth Ingard says Piper has lots of cat herding experience from the Grade 8.5 crew on Peregrine, or the kittens that took over her apartment.
That I'm going to dispute some of that.
Well, I will say right here that as much as I've done cat herding, I'm a very difficult person to be herded as well. So
Very, yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
The cats recognized you. They're like, one of us. One of us.
Yeah, the queen, cat lady queen.
So she's Justice Optimus. Does Piper tend to be a troublemaker? Getting into all kinds of hijinks?
Let's see. There's been many a times where on the campaign, if you scroll down, it's not on there anymore. It might be on there where it says Piper, what are you doing?
Oh right, yeah.
That's not a joke. That's real life. That
is
depends
something
who you're talking to.
I was gonna say
is it Piper or is it Pippert?
It's any, because Piper's pretty troublemaker too. Like there's been times where that's straight up been either in Discord or in my DMs from him. No, Piper, what are you doing?
No, I've got you even better. She'll be watching other people's streams and we're getting ready to stream, and I'm like, go to the stream, and I see her, she's just talking in the stream, like in the in the chat box, and I'm like, what are you doing?
You're supposed to be getting ready for our stream.
Yeah, we got work to do. What are you doing?
That's the origin of that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, so I guess
I followed that up with because like he does get like invited on cool streams that I like a lot, and he won't even say that like he's gonna be on there. So I'll go to tune in.
I get invited though. Like I'll show up in the chat. Next thing you know, my DMs have an invite. I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'll go on.
That makes sense. But then like by the time I tune in to like, oh cool, I wonder what so and so's up to. They're streaming, and I'll look and he'll be on it. So I'll be like, Optipops, how'd you get in there?
They let me in. I can't help it.
I feel extra bad because Winger was one that like he's popped on a few times, and I've gotten like really sad, because not like for real sad, but like, God damn it, I love Winger's show. I never get on there, and then one time I was able to hang out in the chat right before his stream in Winger's chat, and he had DM'd me an invite, and I was like. I'm about to leave to go do my stream, man.
Oh.
The timing sucks so bad. I was like, thank you so much, but I can't this time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Let's see.
I think we might make 40K. And I think that's really freaking cool. It's too late to save my hair, but
Yeah.
I think we're a trooper for getting it shaved off and holding true to your word.
You got a lot of compliments for doing that.
yeah, and that honestly, that helped a lot, making me feel better because, like, I love the added air conditioning. I love the idea of starting fresh with my hair. I like the weirdo feeling that I'm always playing with my head because it feels weird as it's growing and stuff. But I don't like seeing it.
Oh, okay.
And I think this is the first time I've done all of it. Because I had like a few friends go, you do this all the time. Why is it bothering you? And I'm like, I've always left some hair. There was one time I decided to try the half and half where I had really long hair on one side and nothing on the other. There's a time where I left all my bangs and everything else. Then there was a couple of different mohawk times with a couple of different kinds of thicknesses of mohawks and how I did that and stuff. So this is the first time I've ever done like the entire head, everything. There's nothing to like hide the big forehead or frame the face or anything. So looking at it bugs me, but it feels great. So the response like helped a ton. I don't know, especially like the ones that are saying you look great. I don't know if they're trying to make me feel better, and they're lying, but it's helping. So keep lying.
No, you genuinely do look great. I saw a lot of comments in the chat because I was watching that stream, and you were getting a lot of compliments.
I missed most of the chat and even most of what was being said because I couldn't hear over those freaking clippers, and I didn't have my glasses and I'm leaning back, so I couldn't see most of the chat. But what I did see of the chat, it was really nice that they held back from like dunking on me for at least that stream. They waited till after to start dunking on me on Twitter and in streams. So that was really nice from what I can tell.
Well, people were admiring your symmetrical head as well.
Yeah, that's I'm very thankful that I have. I did learn that from the first time I shaved everything but the bangs. So I was at least pretty confident in my head shape while doing this. But yeah, I guess it's too, whoa, there's nothing there, I guess. Especially, like I said, no bangs to hide behind. So I think that's what's bothering me is there's just nothing. But there's wigs. And like the one that came in today, like I said, I was just sitting there feeling it. Like, oh, it's real hair and it feels so cool.
Let me catch up on chat. Seth said earlier, giving yourself new piercings, Piper, a la
yeah, especially arms, hands, and legs.
Hey, ow.
Yeah.
Ow. And then he adds, hey, I only said she could herd. I never said she could be herded. Froggo says, gang, gang.
Why can't just Froggo say that here?
I'm not sure. I don't know if that was intended to get our attention or what. But he's not muted anymore. He was muted.
Yeah, I'm kind of setting up. I got the computer set up outside too again now. I'm about to start a fire too.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Abel Salazar says, you look gorgeous. Really? No lies.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, he wasn't talking to either of you. He was talking to me, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Is that a Mechagodzilla avatar?
Yes, it is.
Amazing. I love that.
Good eyes.
Well,
Actually, it's the third iteration of it, I believe.
yeah, I was gonna say that looks like Millennium.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Godzilla mark. So.
Oh, man.
Ditto.
The two of
You
you
didn't even care about my Chinese baby Smiller.
I like it a lot.
Well, sorry, I've seen real life Smiller and I'm not impressed. But I'm glad you found a version of Smiller to make him taller. That's appreciative.
I
Yeah.
have no idea why that's my display picture. I just joined randomly, and then when I turned off my camera, that was there.
I think that makes it all that much better.
It's like your computer just said, you know what? All right. That works.
I go, could you have been like drunk streaming last night or something? Just have no memory of it?
Last night or the night before?
Oh,
When I had the fire?
Yes.
I don't know. Probably both. I was probably drunk both times. I was definitely drunk the fire night, but then the internet, the whole city went down. I had it working perfectly too, and then, yeah, all the internet went out.
that explains what happened.
Oh.
How come you ditched us?
If you want to hear something great, he was talking about the power went out. You're going to love this. This morning, I'm trying to sleep, right? Something. Well, hello. Just zoom in on me and look at my sunglasses.
He's cute.
But this morning, I'm trying to sleep, and then somebody comes tapping on my front door. And I'm like, what the hell? And I roll back over. Next thing I know, the power goes out, and then it comes back on a minute later. It turns out they were changing the meter for the power. Yeah, and then didn't tell anybody. Just went and did it. I'm like,
oh, jeez.
Okay. And then I said, well, let me go outside and see what's going on. I went and looked. Yeah, they changed the meter. And I looked down the street, and he was at my neighbor's house. I said, this is not going to be good, because I knew the surprise. He goes to the back door and knocks on the door. So he gets out and starts working. The next thing you know, the German Shepherd that my neighbor owns came out the back door.
Oof.
And she was not happy that he was there.
Oh, gosh.
Because she's on an electric fence, so she just either stays in the house or comes out in the yard, whenever she wants to. So she was not happy to see that dude. Luckily, it's lucky because she's a good girl, so she didn't attack him or anything. But she was barking in his face. It was hilarious.
Did it freak out the worker?
Oh yeah, he was like you could tell he was being very, very, very careful with all of his movements. For that. At one point, he finally wised up and let her sniff him. Held his hand out.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you got to show you're not a threat, and then they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
That was it was just hilarious. I know he had to look when that dog came out that doggy door. He's like, oh.
Right.
He's really lucky because my neighbor used to have another German Shepherd that was more aggressive, and he had ate his face.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that they didn't bother to inform the people that they were doing that.
You know what they
You would think
informed me
that
with?
in itself is dangerous.
You know what they informed us with? They put a door knocker on the door after they were done.
After the, oh, jeez.
It's like, hey, by the way, we changed your meter. I said, well, gee, thanks. I bet it scared him to death when he changed our meter because I have a backup generator on our home. So as soon as he pulled the meter, it just went. Whoom. I'm like, so,
Oh, jeez. That's government for you.
yeah.
Yep.
Just a way. It's just a way for them to try to get more money out of you without having to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. I Borrow Ideas is here. Welcome. They say, Piper, look at Ethan's head. That's a big forehead. Some may say it's a 5 head.
Well, the problem is how big. The question is how big of a head is it if it keeps going back?
Oh.
You gotta wonder, with the hairline, where does it stop being forehead and where does it start being scalp? Is there a rule where that counts?
I think, doesn't it just go based on your hairline?
But if your hairline went way back here, does that mean that your scalp doesn't start to
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean that's all forehead?
Harper, those headset phones look massive on your head now. With that.
I know.
I was trying not to say anything on that.
But without her hair, they look so massive now.
Right? They look like they fit right when I have hair. I broke these out because I was going to be wearing the wig. I need to trim the bangs, and I was running behind. I didn't want to run behind anymore, so I jumped on without the wig. And that's why I was going to wear these. Because yes, without the hair, they look big.
Are the ears external speakers?
Yeah, they can be. If I push the right button, then I can make like y'all talk through them.
Huh.
That's interesting.
I like the lights
I've done
on
that.
And
Yeah, I got it stuck on, I think, pink. But there's a bunch of different modes. I
Oh.
love these things. They were given for Christmas, and even though they're called cat ear headphones, for me, they're my wolf ear headphones. They also sell like different attachments, so I could go get like little horns. Or I think the other option, the last time I looked, the other option was bunny ears, which just meant they were like a little bit.
Don't they also have don't that also have an option where it will change colors every so often?
Yeah, I'm just mashing buttons without looking, but I know you can get it where it'll like cycle through the colors, or it'll blink through the colors, and you can make it react to the noise that it picks up and have it flicker with the noise. But I'm just mashing buttons. I can't tell what I'm doing.
Kind of like when you were cutting hair the other night.
Yeah. Okay, see, I think now it's like on the reddish, orangish one, and I think it's reacting to...
Yeah, it's doing a little kind of a low fade.
I think. Yeah, it's... I think maybe. The lighting here is already weird, so...
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's going like light and dark.
But the one thing we did determine the other night is that Piper she legit has Native American blood because.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at her hair, look at her head. If you look at it, it's very dark, and that's like basically, that's very trait of a Native American.
Yeah, it's been growing in gray and white now, and I've already been looking at it, and I have like on this side almost a streak. There's enough of white clumped together right here, but then also like here. So I'm like,
really?
But Cherokee. And what's weird is if I get around people that are like, you can tell they're Cherokee. What's cool is they've all been able to tell, and I've only got like a third. But it's the first time I even found out about any in my family at all, actually, was from a fucking stranger. And I went home and I was like, we got like Cherokee in our family because this dude says that I do. And then I started learning a whole lot about my fucking family tree and shit. I don't know why they some of the family just came from the time where you were supposed to keep that secret, or you get like ostracized, or whatever. You were supposed to be ashamed of it. So for the longest time, the family never talked about it. But as soon as I like came home that day, my mom was like, "Yeah, you should talk to this." She goes, "You should talk to my cousin and this person and this person." And I found out I got family that are actually like on a reservation and shit. I was like, "Oh shit." I was like 15, and I was like, how long was I going to keep going without knowing like any of this stuff?
Yeah, I recently verified that too myself, because I've always just been like brown, but I got a white mom. Like whenever it's like, what's your ethnicity? I always just said American. But then you're like, oh, you're clearly a Mexican. Like, I don't.
Wow.
How am I Mexican? I don't speak Spanish. I'm not from Mexico. Just joking around.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always had that in my family too. But like, I never really.
Wait a minute. No. I'm calling bullshit on that because I've seen you with a sombrero on. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Don't tell me.
It's official.
I learned I'm a fake Mexican my whole life, and I didn't even know. No, what happened was the mother of my daughter wanted to do the DNA test for my daughter. Mm-hmm. For like her ethnicity and everything, wanted me to pay for it, and I'm like, all right, like I don't really care. I never cared for me, but I'm like, if you want to do it for her, that's fine. And she came back as being a 17% Native American, and my daughter is white as hell. She's got blonde hair, blue eyes. Like I posted some pictures with her face covered on Twitter, but yeah, she's 17%, and then her mom is like negative 50% Native American. That's how white she is.
Wow, I was about to say negative 50%.
wait a minute.
So, yeah.
Wait a minute.
You
So
ain't from anywhere close to here.
I'm understanding this correctly. That means Joe Froggo was once married to Elizabeth Warren.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
This will be the part on our stream when I would hit the button that says "fat broads and horse-faced lesbians." But
That's what I was talking to my mom, because I was talking to my mom and I was like, and even talking to them, and I was like, okay, well, this family member is tan and this family member is tan, and this and that, and I was like, so how does this work, Mom? Because we're white as shit, man. White as shit.
What kind of shit is white?
Right? We are like so white we're almost see-through. Like and I'm like, so how did that happen? And but my grandpa was tan, and my grandma, she was super pale white, but like super dark hair, and man, my grandma was so pretty on my mom's side. But it's the Dutch's fault, apparently. They are somehow the supposedly with my at least on my mom's side. My dad's side has Cherokee too, but it's a completely different story, and they're way more hush hush. So I gave up. But on my mom's side, they like family Dutch started marrying into the family, or you could say vice versa, marrying into Dutch families or whatever. And the ginger gene happened, and so every once in a while, like that mutation. So every once in a while, there would be like a whole family that all looked like family except for like one poor kid that was, like a ginger looked like he was adopted or something.
Wow.
But then my uncle, he got it. He had the red hair and the pale and the freckles and everything. And so my mom, she's technically capable of tanning. She just doesn't feel like it. So she's not so bad. And then with me, I burn and then get whiter usually. Wow. But I got the freckles and the freckles and the sun problems. I got that too. And I was like, oh, well, that explains that then. But
I got a question. Should we refer to you as Daywalker then?
Right.
I borrow ideas said, actually, no, I read that one. Eventually, Ethan's hairline will go back enough to look like Tong Po from Kickboxer.
Now I'm just imagining Ethan, like, standing in front of Jean-Claude Van Damme, covering his hands with glass, getting ready.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hey, speaking of which, what movie was that from?
That was Kickboxer.
All right, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hey, Xavier, how's it going?
Who let him in? Away from message me all day. There's Froggo with a correct.
Like 15 minutes.
Oh, you got a break.
Oh, you on break?
Yep.
Yep. No. Now you're seeing how professional Graded Point 5 really is. We just show up on our breaks. We show up late. It's whatever.
we are very dedicated to our craft.
Yeah, but we appreciate you having us on, though. We really do.
Oh, yeah. I've been wanting to have you guys on for the longest time. I always have a blast with Piper. She's so cool.
Aww.
She's all right.
I was about to say, you be careful because I might get a big head and actually think I'm cool,
there was
not
a meme,
just here. No.
and it's thanks to like people like Renfamous. They thought that great. I mean, they just thought Graded Point 5 was Piper's show.
My whole channel. That was my channel. Apparently.
It was just everything. She was just and all this stuff, and I'm like, and eventually and it kept going, and so eventually I made there was a from an IDW comic. It's an Optimus Prime. It's a panel, which I think is perfect. And I've always said, that's like people are still calling Piper who runs Graded Point 5, and I'm over here and it's just a panel with Optimus, and in a caption it said "alone with his ghosts."
You get a lot of use out of that panel. That's funny.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
I've actually used it on videos too. I've like taken the caption out, but it's a good like kind of Optimus kind of just thinking panel.
Yeah, it just looks like he's deep in thought.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's like, it's really good setup when you're doing a video. It's just like, okay, I'm presenting something to you, but I'm also like pondering it. So, like I said, rarely do I. It's been a while since I've just done just a standalone video. I probably need to do more of them, but that's just when I do kind of thing.
So, Renfamous tried to attack your channel.
She tried to. She attacked Piper because Piper dared to say that Gail Simone isn't a very good person.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So she was just spitting facts. All right.
Yeah.
And then she got pissed at that. The conversation turned. She tried to hide behind this one chick that had recently come out that some assaults may have happened.
It was was it during the Robbie Rodriguez thing when they found out he was this was after he was Robbie Rodriguez? It was the one who they found out that he had been messing with women.
He was a sex pest.
Yeah, he was a sex pest.
And he was a comics pro.
And
Gail hiding behind that.
And Gail was trying to pretend like she didn't know who he was, even though we found proof of her working with him.
Yeah.
So she knew who he was. Even if she weren't friends with him, we never said they were friends. Yeah. We just said she knows who he is. It's not like she don't know.
And on top of that,
and
around the same time she was doing that, one of her friends, a chick in the industry, said, yes, all of us in the industry are like a family, a little family unit, and this and that. We tell each other everything. And I'm like, Gail. Your friend over there just fucked you over.
We're like a family over here. We tell everybody everything. That's why don't hang out with Uncle Robbie.
Yeah. But apparently nobody told the one, eventually 2 or 3 women came out. But the first one to come out, Ren started trying to hide behind her and said, look, this is proof that CG doesn't care about victims of, like sexual assault or whatever. And I was supposed to be the proof. Me making fun of Gail keeping quiet about this dude's antics and pretending not to know him was me proving that CG did not care at all about victims of sexual assault. And I got pissed. And then, so she started running around and spinning the narrative that I was using my own trauma to shill my fucking YouTube. Yeah, to shill my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Which tons of people jumped on and was like, oh, hey, I didn't know you took over.
And I even said that. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What's
like,
going on
what?
here? There seems to be a discussion that I missed somewhere.
Yeah. And and that lasted, like, because she has so many freaking goons and some, like, weren't paying attention until the next day or the day after, for like a month and a half. I would every once in a while get, she's just doing such and such to shamelessly shill her channel. 8.5.
Yeah. Because all we did was, like, instead of her like making tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet, was that watch the show tonight and you'll get all the information that you need.
Yeah, you'll get.
We did a 2.5, 3 hour stream explaining. It wasn't even that much about Renfamous. The most I said about Renfamous was that she has caterpillar eyebrows.
Yeah, the chat made fun of her eyebrows a couple times, and we brought her up because we're doing this stream in response to this dog pile and thread.
And then it was funny, was like later on she tweeted out, they did a 2.5 hour stream, and I responded, I said that was actually 3.5. And then she said, and only 20 people watched it. I said it's actually 34. So at that point, I'm just
that was only towards like the beginning.
Yeah, and so the whole point of that after that was like, because she admitted she watched it. So I mean, I'm gonna say, hey, Ren, thanks for the watch hours. Just because of you, we got monetized. So, good job. Ma'am.
No, what's really great is at first it was just they're streaming about me to only 20 people. Well, that was at the very beginning. And she said that while we were streaming because OptiPops was replying to her while we were streaming. And that's when he went, actually 30.
Yeah.
But
come on.
You know,
like,
and then it went up from there. And then once it was done, she said, okay, so they did a 2-hour stream talking about me and my family. Or they spent 2 hours. She goes, they spent 2 hours talking about me and my family. And I was like, that proves you didn't watch it, because the only time you and your family were brought up was like in the beginning when we said it was in response to your bullshit. And later on when the chat made fun of your eyebrows.
How did she gather that you guys were making fun of her family or talking?
I think the most I said was, like I said, we made fun of her eyebrows because, you know, they do look like caterpillars, if you've seen it. And I think at the most I said, I really feel sorry for her husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that was the extent of it.
Yep. But that, she decided that meant that we had streamed for 2 hours about her and her family. And the dumbest part of that, though, was, you know, because I continued to get dogpiled after that forever. And they would bring up old shit. And I was like, oh, well, that was addressed on the stream. I'm not going to watch that.
All right, well, then quit talking
Well,
about it.
That sounds like a you problem.
Fuck off. Yeah, that's a you problem. Bye-bye. And but most of them were, I'm not going to watch that because Ren already said what that was. 2 hours of dunking on her and her family. And I was like, oh, yeah, she totally knows what it was about.
Yes, because Ren is well known for, you know, being factual.
Yeah,
about,
sure.
You know, stuff like that. You know.
She's when you look up honest, her picture's in the dictionary.
I just didn't realize I wasn't subscribed to your channel. I just did that. Now you're at 75 subscribers.
I was like, let's be real here. What was she ranked in the quote-unquote most powerful people in comics? What, in the 70s or the 80s?
Yeah. And then the next year she wasn't on it at all.
Yeah.
She wasn't on at all.
Yeah.
She was on that list. She was on that list with a bunch of powerful people that then went and made a book, and were some nobodies. And guess who else sold that book?
Yeah, this one right here.
And technically, that means that Ren is the reason I'm bald. But but hey, Ren, I've got better wigs.
Oh.
Ooh.
And better eyebrows because I really don't have any. I think no eyebrows is better than her caterpillars.
Yeah, this is one of these projects that I'm really excited about in ComicsGate because she looks really cool. I love this particular pose. There was another one. Oh, I like this one a lot. You can hear her appreciation.
And for people have actually asked that, you know, where you know her legs kind of disappear. That's the page cut off. You won't see that.
yeah, it won't be like that. It won't be like that in print in the book.
Well, what you fail to realize is that Perry, she's with Floor Gang. She's with PewDiePie, so she rocks Floor Gang.
Oh my god!
No, she just one of her abilities is just kind of weird. She has the ability to turn her legs from the knees down invisible.
But only from there, and only if she is feeling extremely appreciative.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
It hasn't. She hasn't found a good use for it other than hiding in bathroom stalls.
There you go. Oh, that's pretty sweet. We haven't had a superhero yet who has that kind of ability.
That'd be like one of those like reject superhero things, you know, like.
But I would still love
what's
to do.
What's your superhero? I go invisible from the knees down.
But only when I'm in front of extremely specific individuals in specific situations. What a strange contextual power.
Not gonna lie, I gave I forgot the name of the superhero tabletop game that we were playing, but I had a character who went by Miss Nobody, and for two reasons: she did not know her actual name, and also because when she shoots, she never misses, because that's like her power right there. Her,
Nobody.
Yeah, Miss Nobody. Yeah,
got it.
because she don't miss anybody when she's shooting. I can't remember her power set, but one of
she can shoot three free throws.
I thought for a second she was like pulling an Odysseus, like what is your name? Nobody. And it's like, Cyclops, who poked your eye out? Nobody did.
No, hers had a double meaning, is because she did not know her real information.
Yeah.
And because I can't remember the combination of powers we came up with for her to.
Well, it sounded like there was at least some shooty bangs in there.
Yeah. She used guns, but she had one other power, but it came with like weird flaw, and that is she does have the power of invisibility. So for a while she was bad in doing assassinations and crap, because that seemed to be what she was suited for. But the downside of it was she was shy about weird stuff and would go invisible if she is shy about weird stuff. And one of them is she can't go to the bathroom without being invisible. Like,
Oh.
That's not the weirdest thing.
No,
no, it was weird. What's weirder is the fact that it actually ended up coming into play.
Now, if she's invisible, she's going to the bathroom. Is what comes out also invisible?
Oh.
Whatever is touching her is invisible up to like a certain size, so she can make what she's carrying invisible, what she's wearing invisible. However, if it's not touching her anymore, no, it's not invisible anymore.
Yeah. Sorry to duck
it
out.
was
my
a funny
over.
game.
All right,
Okay.
All right, Xavier, thanks for coming.
My superpower is losing internet.
Take that.
So you got the same superpower as Ethan?
Pretty much. I was born from the glory of his light, and we both have big ass noses, so.
No. Well, there you go.
I can show you my stream setup though.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
We were gonna do another character, because everybody makes fun of me for like my freak out about electricity and lightning and stuff. So nice. Pretty nice.
That's a nice setup there.
Nice and cozy.
I got a good backdrop.
Yeah.
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 I mean, you're
I don't know why the internet keeps messing up. I couldn't tell you.
It looks like my old laptop.
I mean,
what is that?
it looks like
I don't know.
HP?
It's a computer.
I think it's
HP.
Oh no, we're Inception now.
I like that. A computer. Yes, Frogga. Good job.
But for a different game, they wanted me to make a different superhero character that was essentially like Thor. But then the negative or the flaw or whatever is that lightning and electricity, like all that shit, freaks me the hell out. So
okay.
It was funny. They were because they've been making fun of me saying that. Like, it'd be funny if your superpower was attracting the lightning, and that's why it's always strikes so close to you and freaks you out, and that led to we should make a character like that like you keep trying to get rid of some kind of equivalent to Thor's hammer, and you keep trying to get rid of it, but it's yours, so it keeps coming back to you, and you keep accidentally attracting lightning to it and freaking the hell out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know I've mentioned this on a previous stream, but I like these action scenes and how it's evident that she's not in Mary Sue like Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. that panel right there that you're looking at,
Yeah.
I just saw the color version of that.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm glad somebody has.
Oh,
Lucky.
so am I not in the right? Are they posting it in a different? What are they?
I haven't seen it, so
I could have swore they put it in the reconstruction chat. No, they didn't.
Oh, only.
Yep. It's in the one that it says Peregrine art and editorial, but also Scott is there. Art and editorial, and also Scott. Yeah.
well, if you can, whenever you can grab it, just get some.
I can take a screen. Well, it's on the Twitter. So I'll wait for her to give me a batch, but what I can do is screenshot it.
Yeah.
So before downloading like the good files of it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is like this is actually because the panel, the captions will show like some time has passed, so you can see she's actually getting better.
Right.
Doing what she's doing, Because it does
Y'all
feel like
wanna-
it's right after.
Y'all want to see it?
Well,
Y'all
yeah,
wanna
but
get
I want him to go through these panels real quick so I can.
Oh, I just said so for comparison, pulling up this particular panel.
Yeah, if you can
Because
do
this
that.
one is the one that I have in color. And let's see.
You do it share screen. You're doing a share screen, right?
Okay, it should be sharing, I believe. Yeah.
Oh God, no!
Ooh,
Oh.
Holy shit!
that looks nice.
Oh.
I really, really love that whoosh, that color she used for that.
Yeah,
The contrast of it.
and
Great. So
the robot looks amazing.
Oh, man.
yes.
I don't know why I pictured the robot in a different color, but that really looks amazing. Holy crap!
Yeah, I kind of pictured him in more of the crash test dummy colors. So adding like the blue in there,
Yeah,
I like. Yes, I love how this turned out.
Farrah is the amazing colorist.
Yes.
Yes.
FYI.
Damn.
I love
That
the glow on the screens. This is great.
Yeah, yeah, professionalism, people. This is what you get from people who we pay to do things instead of.
This is what happens when you don't hire Tumblr artists.
Yeah.
Good point.
A lot of people were worried because the way, if you notice when in the black and whites, the way Doug does his noses, he kind of like accentuates the nose a little bit. So people were worried that she was going to have Tumblr nose, like the little red nose and everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
where they make them like super dark compared to.
Right.
I think he shades them more to give the understanding of how far out
that's
the
where the
nose
nose
protrudes.
is.
Yeah, that this whole area is the nose, and this is how far out
It's a clue for the
supposed to be.
colorist, not a.
Yeah, not trying to turn it into a Tumblr nose. Yeah, people kept saying no Tumblr nose is right, and I'm like, no, but you got to remember that.
You got to remember, these are
noses.
These are all the same freaking people who said that she was going to have granny panties and.
What?
Yeah.
Because she, she's not wearing a thong or something like that, or really like what they call like the bikini, kind of style or anything like that. She's actually wearing something that's a little more practical. But
I mean, we still kept it very, over the top superhero-y with the exposed, midsection for, no good reason other than.
I mean, and she,
meat.
I mean, you could, and it's not like you can't see that ass. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I just swallowed a fly.
Oh shit.
Well, you are a frog, so
that works out.
Yep.
More protein.
There you go. That is awesome. I'm loving it.
That looks great. When
That's
you
so
get a chance,
cool.
I get that so I can put it on the campaign. 'Cause I want
Yeah.
people to do that.
For sure.
You want me to just give you the screenshot for now to put on the campaign?
Yeah, I'll edit it down and do what I need to do.
Yeah. I was going to say, because I'm not going to have her send me like each individual file. I'm going to get her to send me like batches of them.
Yeah. And plus,
And that's the only one that she's, she said, sorry, long time with no coloring pages. And then posted that one. Here's page 18.
like, oh, by the way, here you go.
Here you go. Here's
I
page.
believe if I'm correct, aren't we like 13 pages down now? We got 13 pages to go now.
Yeah, I think actually even less than that. And that's for drawing them. They're almost all done with the drawing. We should put on the campaign like how far we're on each.
Yeah, I'm going to do an update
process
soon, probably tomorrow after I get back from doing some other things.
Yay.
The one thing, Wonder Girl 60, if you ever listen to this stream, contact me.
Okay.
She is one of the drawing tears, and she won't answer my emails.
Oh.
Yeah, we should probably start saying that here and there.
I've got
And
I got
on
the
Twitter.
other two. I've got the other two. They're good.
Did you give them over to Doug so he can at least start?
Yep, he's got them. I put them in a folder, and he's got them. So.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with that.
Can you do you have this person's Twitter maybe?
I do, but they don't. I followed them, but they don't follow me, and I can't DM.
How about just a generic?
Tried that too.
Oh,
damn!
I got somebody who knows them pretty well, so I'm gonna get them to.
Okay.
Yeah, go between.
All right.
All right, cool.
Wonder Girl 60s, right?
Wonder Girl 60s, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, we
for
follow
some
each
reason-
other.
Well, maybe you need to DM her.
Yeah, I guess I need to.
Why am I doing all the work?
Problem solved.
There you go.
For some reason, I thought Optimus was doing what was it? Internet booty call or something.
No.